Hello, I'm going to be talking about theory of mind, and I decided to interview my little brother Jack, who's 6 years old, to see how theory of mind plays a role in his life. So, theory of mind is the ability to understand what others are thinking, and one aspect of theory of mind is the understanding that people can have diverse desires. So, I decided to ask Jack, what is your favorite thing to do? And do you think that is everybody else's favorite thing to do as well? And Jack responded that he said, I think that my favorite thing is playing video games, but I think that you and mommy have something else that's your favorite thing to do. And I really thought that this showed Jack's understanding that just because he finds something to be his favorite doesn't mean that that's everybody else's favorite thing to do as well. Another aspect of theory of mind is understanding that people act based off their intentions. And to check Jack's understanding of this, I asked him, if you were eating a peanut butter sandwich and your little brother Braden suddenly ran over to you and sat super close and licked his lips, what do you think his intentions would be? And Jack responded, I think that he would do that because he wants a bite of my sandwich. And I think that this shows that Jack understands that people act with intentions and that he knew that his little brother's intention would probably be to take a bite of his sandwich. Another aspect of theory of mind is the ability to understand the emotions that are going on in somebody else's head. And basically, I wanted to check if he understood that emotions are something that people feel on the inside and aren't something that you necessarily see on the outside. So I asked Jack, if you saw that your little brother was crying, what emotions do you think that he would be feeling? And Jack said that his little brother was probably feeling sadness. And he also stated that he would go over and hug his little brother to make him feel better. And this showed me that Jack understood that other people have emotions, and that if you're able to understand those emotions, you can use them to make people feel better, which I thought was really awesome. Another aspect of theory of mind is the understanding that people can have different beliefs. And the way that I wanted to test this with Jack was to conduct the false belief paradigm, which is an experiment to test whether or not a child understands that people can have different beliefs about the same circumstance. So the way I did this was I brought out a Mickey Mouse doll, and I had Jack and the doll sit at the table in front of a chocolate chip cookie. And the chocolate chip cookie was inside of a brown paper bag on the table, and then I had Mickey Mouse leave the room. And while the doll was gone, I actually hid the cookie under a cup. And when the doll got back, I asked Jack, where do you think is the first place the doll will look for the cookie? And Jack said, I think the doll is going to look for the cookie in the paper bag. And I said, well, why is that? And Jack responded, well, the doll didn't see you hide the cookie, so he's going to think that it's still under the paper bag. And this shows me that Jack understands that just because he has information in his own mind doesn't mean that other people have that information in their mind as well. Um, and I think that the fact that Jack does have a little sibling definitely helped him to develop theory of mind at a younger age. And so I asked his mom, do you think that Jack having a little sibling helped him to understand other people's thoughts and feelings? And she said that she definitely thinks that this had an effect, and that whenever they get into arguments, she's able to use that as a time to explain that different beliefs and that people have different desires and intentions, but you can work through those difficulties together when you understand where they're coming from. And so I think after this interview, I was able to definitely see that Jack has a strongly developed theory of mind, and that he's well aware of the emotions and beliefs held by other people. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.